I know what you're thinking. Is that Ryan Reynolds? No. It's me, BBG. Skadoosh! For those of you who got that reference, we have fun. We have fun. Moving on to this video. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to get into talking about Throne of Eldraine and all of the new spoilers that came across my desk today. And there's quite a few to go over. Some surprises along the way as well, but nothing dangerous. Let's get into the video. So in front of us we have the adventure token. This adventure, this is just what it's going to look like, I suppose. But the adventure mechanic ability is not broken, but it's very powerful because you're getting a lot of value out of these adventure cards. I expect them to see play in other formats for sure. Anytime you can get 2 for the price of 1, you're winning, okay? And that's what you want to do. You want to win. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but winning is awesome. And these adventure cards, I do expect them to branch out, man. And they're going to be very, very powerful in Standard as well. Let's get into some other spoilers. Taste of Death is a 6-drop. Big old 6. Each player sacrifices 3 creatures. You create 3 food tokens. They're artifacts with Reduce. Sacrifice this artifact. You gain 3 life. That is not bad. That's really good. You're getting a board wipe right there, but you're also wiping yourself. So you want to have something on your end where you benefit from the loss of your own creatures if you're going to be running this. Otherwise, there's just other options out there to board wipe, you know. But there is it's not an entire board wipe either. Ultimately, you can destroy 6 creatures in all. But the creatures your opponent is losing could be pretty huge. These food tokens, I want to mention also. You're gaining 3 food tokens out of these, which allows you to get life. You're gaining 3 life every time you sack one of these. You pay the deuce. I got to say right now, mono red, watch out, man. I don't know if burn is going to be that impactful this upcoming Standard. I have said this once before, and I was surprisingly wrong. Even though it didn't top 8 as much, mono red was still a threat. I think in the upcoming Standard, mono red, the burn strategy people are going for, you're losing a lot of powerful cards in mono red burn. I don't think it's going to be very impactful in this upcoming meta. I'm throwing it out there. I'm guaranteeing that, honestly. Cunning Rogue, Deuce Drop, creature, oppa! I know, we have fun. For 8, Cunning Rogue has base power and toughness 10-10 until end of turn. Activates ability only if you control an Oko Planeswalker. It's a deuce. I'm pretty certain this is going to be in your Planeswalker decks moving forward. Beanstalk Giant. This thing's massive. Its casting cost, that is. It's 7 to bring out. Giant. Fertile Footsteps for 3. Sorcery Adventure. This might be one of those cards that might be an exception to what I was saying earlier. Now, yes, you are getting a lot of value. This could also, I could be wrong about this, but you could get a lot of value out of this. The sorcery side adventure, search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield, and shuffle your library. Hot darn. That's good for ramping up. And then the plus side, you're not just spending 3 to get 1, you know, and it's on the battlefield. Keep that in mind. I don't think it's tapped. For basic, put it on the battlefield, shuffle your, it's not tapped. So almost like you're only spending 2 for this in a nutshell. You know, you're getting that extra 1 out. Then exile this card. You may cast the creature later from exile. What that means, you can do it immediately after if you wanted to, but you're going to have a ton of mana to do that. Then again, Nissa's running around, so you probably are able to afford it. Beanstalk Giant's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. Unless you're giving this thing trample or flying or some other kind of ability, you know, other than just making it a huge bulk creature, you know, like that Gigantosaurus, which is a 10-10. It sees a little bit of play, but really nothing competitively. I don't know. This thing is, and I'll tell you one thing. This card right here, in Limited, is a bomb. Period, end of story. This thing is a bomb in Limited. Believe that. In Standard, I'm not sure what it's going to do. Mace of Valiance 3-drop. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each charge counter on Mace of the Valiant and has Vigilance. A huge perk, whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a charge counter on Mace of the Valiant. Equipped for 3, so that can make your creature pretty darn big, and at least it comes with another perk with the Vigilance on it. I do like that. 3 to bring out, 3 to equip. I'm going to show you guys also some neat little fun synergy here in a moment with some other cards that's going to impact upcoming Standards. It's going to be interesting. Oh, wow, it came that fast. All right, Oko, Thief of Crowns. That's what she said. Dreadhorde Invasion and Oko, Thief of Crowns. Yes, the colors may not all be there, but definitely something to consider. You're going to have to run the 3 colors to do this, but at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and amass 1. We all are familiar with this, and then whenever a zombie token you control with power 6 or greater attacks against lifelink until end of turn. First off, who cares about that second ability, all right? What I'm focusing on is just the first ability. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and amass 1. Who cares about the loss of life? If you have Oko Thief of Crowns running, and let's just say these 2 do not get removed for quite some time, you have a very, very large threat on your hands, because every single turn, not only does he have the creative food token, that's amazing, but the +1 on Oko's side is pretty nasty. Target artifact or creature loses all abilities and becomes a green elk creature with base power and toughness 3/3. Every turn you're spitting out these 1/1s over here, right? And they would amass and just make a larger zombie. Wrong, not anymore now. If you have Oko Thief of Crowns, you let it amass. After it amasses, you quickly just convert it into this 3/3 by using the +1 over on Oko Thief of Crowns. Nasty little synergy there. How much play that's going to see, I'm not sure. But when we do have cards that put +1/+1 counter steal, Overseer, on all of our artifact creatures, that can be pretty busted. But again, I'm not sure how it's all going to play out. But this is something fun to think about. Plus, you got the creative food token, you got the -5. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on with Oko here. Moving on, Chittering Witch. She made that fur coat out of rats. I'd wear it. I'm just saying. Probably find it at your local Goodwill thrift store. Why not? For 4, creature human warlock. Something else to note. This is the first time we've seen warlocks. I know that's crazy. It's really interesting to think about that. We've never seen a warlock before Throne of Eldraine. That's pretty nuts. So when Chittering Witch enters the battlefield, create a number of 1/1 black rat creature tokens equal to the number of opponents you have. I already know what you're thinking. Yeah, this is going to be more geared towards Brawl. And Brawl where? Because on Arena, you could only have 1 opponent as of right now. Something I hope Wizards does fix. In Commander, I do think this is going to see some play, obviously. I don't want to get too out of my way here and carried away. Obviously, anytime it says equal to the number of opponents you have, Commander fans go, woo! You know, they go, woo! I can do that one more time. Woo! They get really excited. And with good reason. These cards do see play in that, a lot in that format. It will. For Deuce, sacrifice a creature. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Not too bad. It's on a Deuce body, easy to remove. Just shock it, and it's gone. But there's a lot of other ways to get rid of it. So in current standard, I really don't see it doing a whole lot moving up. I could be wrong about this. I don't know what other cards are going to be unveiled or released or whatever, spoiled on us. But as of right now, I just don't know about it. Valiance of Rowan. This card I have spoiled before. We'll just go over it one more time because now I have the complete text. It's a 5-drop human knight. When Valiance of Rowan enters the battlefield, you may search your library and or graveyard for a Planeswalker deck Rowan. Reveal it and put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. Pretty interesting. Only found in your Planeswalker deck builds. Garrison Griffin, 3-drop. Whenever Garrison Griffin attacks, target knight you control gains flying until end of turn. It's a common. It's a 2/2. It does exactly what you thought it would do. Not a whole lot. Oko's Hospitality, 5-drop. Again, this is going to be found only in your Planeswalker decks. There's a lot of product coming out. I mean, you got the Planeswalker decks, you got the Brawl decks. I mean, that's not. It seems like they're just dumping more and more product on us every time they get a chance. I mean, I'm not thumbsing it down, but I'm not really thumbsing it up. In these Planeswalker decks, I want to see at least a few cards that are really playable in Standard. Otherwise, I look at them like they're a waste of money unless you're collecting the Planeswalkers. We're going to get into that in a minute. Creatures you control have power and toughness 3/3 until end of turn. You can search your library and or graveyard for a card called Oko. Reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. We're going to find out what Oko that is in just a moment here. Unbreakable Formation and Silver Flame Ritual. Now, this is terrible. Silver Flame Ritual, cool card. Not really. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. It has the adamant. If at least 3 white mana was spent to cast this spell, creatures you control gain vigilance until end of turn. Whippity-doo! Okay, because over here we have Unbreakable Formation. And for those of you who are not aware, it does everything Silver Flame Ritual does, and then more. So I see really no reason for Silver Flame Ritual to see any play whatsoever in Standard at all, unless you're trying to run a crazy ball around a budget deck that's going to lose. All right, but yeah, Unbreakable Formation is just a better route to go. Maybe in Limited, maybe. Shining Armor, 2-drop. This card I do like. It's a common also. Pauper fans are going to love it. Flash, when Shining Armor enters the battlefield, attach it to target knight you control. So with Flash, it's basically like an instant. You can flash it into play on your opponent's turn. Equipped creature gets +0/+2 and has vigilance. So for just 2, you don't even got to pay the equipment cost as long as you're hooking this up to a knight. You can flash this in, say your opponent's attacking with something. Whoa, 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 buddy. My little 2/2's not going to die out of your 3/3. Boom, you flash this in, boosh, you just block it. A little chump block action. It doesn't die. Pretty nifty stuff. We have fun. Moving on. The Royal Scions. That's right. The legendary planeswalker, Will Rowan. I'm almost surprised I didn't say legendary planeswalkers on this. Very interesting there. But it is a 3-drop. Will Rowan, +1, draw a card, and then discard a card. I think this is real, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100%. I believe this is an actual card. I think. Don't get crazy with me. But it's a really powerful card. Something I've wanted for a while. So I hope I'm not being trolled. I want you guys to let me know. Is this an actual real card? It hasn't been officially spoiled by Wizards yet, I'll tell you that. But +1, target creature gets +2/+0 and gains first strike and trample until end of turn. That is massive. Seriously, that is really, really, really powerful. If it's gaining trample and first strike, I mean, that's kind of busted to go in Izzet colors, with the drakes and everything. That is insane. And then -8, draw 4 cards. When you do, the Royal Scions deals damage to any target equal to the number of cards in your hand. This card is really, really powerful. I mean, I could see it being an easy $20 card when it drops. I need to know more information on it, though. I think it's a real card. I'm not sure, though. Then we have Hero's Downfall. I think that is adorable. She is so upset, isn't she? Garrick, you little son of a gun. You just killed her whole family. And, this is not a real spoiler, okay? But the odds of Hero's Downfall being a card in the upcoming standard, or this standard, the upcoming meta, or in future sets around the corner, is very great, okay? Theros is right around the corner. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. We are losing a lot of planeswalker removal as Dominaria rotates out. We are losing some powerful stuff there, as well as some other cards from other sets that are rotating. So this card we're more than likely going to see reprinted. Steelbane Hydra, X and produce. Steelbane Hydra enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. For 3, I like this one, though. Remove a +1/+1 counter from Steelbane Hydra. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. That's pretty good, especially if you were to sideboard this thing or something, if your opponent's running heavy artifacts and enchantments, which they're going to be, not 100%, but I'd say half the time. You're going to be going up against a deck that's running artifacts and enchantments. Steelbane Hydra is going to be a great card to have. And I do see green becoming a more competitive color to play with this time around. Mono green, I don't know. Would mono green replace mono red in this upcoming meta? I don't know. We're going to find out. But Steelbane Hydra, I do expect it to see play. Colossus Hammer and Gwyn, Hero of Ashvale. Yes, we've talked about Gwyn, Hero of Ashvale. It's going to be in the Brawl decks. It's going to be a Brawl commander. But with Colossus Hammer, it is just bonkers, man. Equipped creature gets +10/+10 and loses flying. As long as you have this on the battlefield and you have Hero of Ashvale out, you can equip this to a knight for 0. You now have a knight that's at least an 11/11 or a 12/12. With what that is bonkers, man. And it does lose flying, of course. I think that'd make it a little too busted. But that is crazy. This thing, if it did not lose flying, the hammer, this thing will be broken. Very, very powerful card. Definitely expect to see it, this synergy in some decks. Bake into a Pie. It's a 4-drop. Destroy target creature. Create a food token. It's an artifact with reduce, sacrifice this artifact to gain 3 life. Not bad. Not bad. Again, I don't know how much play that's going to see. It is a 4-drop, but I don't know. We're going to find out, guys. I love the artwork on that. Nice flavor. Accomplices of Oko. Creature fairy. It's a 2/3 flying. Pauper fans, there you go. Hope you enjoy your fairy. Silverwing Squadron. 6-drop. Flying Vigilance. These cards are interesting. Silverwing Squadron's power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control. Whenever Silverwing Squadron attacks, create a number of 2/2 White Knight creature tokens with Vigilance equal to the number of opponents you have. Again, this is great for like Commander and for Brawl. It's almost like they built the Brawl format just to boost the Commander format, just so Commander players want to play or buy new product from the current standard, like guaranteed every time. Because this isn't playable in Standard. Yeah, it is, but it's not going to be that great. It would be more more impactful in Brawl or Commander, obviously, because the more opponents you have, the better. But then again, that brings back the whole, well, we only have so many opponents on Arena right now. You only have one until Wizards does something about that when it comes to Brawl. So, I don't know. Interesting card. I think it is powerful, but in just regular Standard, I don't know how much play it's going to see. We will find out. But then again, with all these food tokens floating around, we're going to be able to live a lot longer lives. I think Standard's really going to slow up here, so keep that in mind. Gluttonous Troll is a 4-drop. Creature Troll, Trample. When Gluttonous Troll enters the battlefield, create a number of food tokens equal to the number of opponents you have. Again, same scenario I just explained. For 2, sacrifice another non-land permanent. Gluttonous Troll gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Not bad. We'll see what happens. Probably going to be in one of those Brawl decks. Lovestruck Beast. This is alternate art, I do believe. We already covered this one. Pretty interesting card. It starts with the Heart's Desire Sorcery Adventure. This is just different art on it. Yeah, there you go. Moving on. Oko, the Skadoosh Bag. That's right. That's right. I think he's like Oko the Finesser or Oko the Finesse or something like that. I believe is the actual text for him. But Planeswalker Skadoosher, we're going to go with Oko. For +1. This is real. This is a real card. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature you control. 0 until end of turn. Oko becomes a copy of a creature you control. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to him this turn. And it's -7. It is pretty nasty. Until end of turn, each creature you control has base power and toughness 10/10 and gains trample. I really like that, man. That is OP. But to get there is going to take a long time. If you're running some proliferate decks, who knows? Maybe this is call me crazy, guys. You know I'm crazy. This could see some play in Standard, maybe. Probably not with Garrick out there. Garrick's just a better route to go. But the Oko the Skadoosh Bag, I do accept. I'm going to make a deck with the Skadoosh Bag. I think it's going to be fun. Pretty cool. Embereth the Skyblazer is going to close out this video for 4. As long as it's your turn, Embereth Skyblazer has flying. And then whenever Embereth Skyblazer attacks, you may pay 3. If you do, creatures you control get +X +0 until end of turn, where X is the number of opponents you have. It's a 4/3. Lightning Strike. Oh! We have fun. We have fun. We fight with valor in our hearts and fire in our veins. That closes it out, guys. Again, same thing I said about the other similar Brawl things with the number of opponents you have and all that. Cool card, interesting. Not sure how much Standard play it's going to see. It's probably going to be in those Brawl decks. Yeah. If you guys don't mind, take a moment. Make sure you hit the like button. If you do enjoy my content and you always come back to watching my videos, or if you're new here and enjoy my content, make sure you subscribe. But definitely take that moment, hit the like button, and leave me a comment. I've mentioned this before in other videos. It does help out the algorithm. It helps people, new people see the channel and discover us. And we're almost at 100,000. I'm really, really excited about that. I was trying to hit 100,000 before my son was born, but it looks like he's going to be a Friday the 13th baby. I can't wait. I'm excited. So many things. That was a spoiler. That's all you get for now. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And also, if you really, really enjoy the channel, make sure you check out Patreon. Link in the description below. For Patreon. And again, today, I'm getting back to working on some Patreon stuff. So I'll see you on Patreon. And maybe even on Twitch. I might be on Twitch today as well. More than likely, I'll be on Twitch for a little bit. Link in description. You guessed it. Get out of here.